Hey everyone! So recently somebody on Tumblr asked me how I made my mask for Defalt for my cosplay, and I thought I might try and film a little tutorial and sort of explain how I made the cosplay and especially how I made the mask. I think it looks more complicated than it actually is, and if I could do it, you can do it too. So I'm gonna start off with showing you the mask. This is what it looks like. I built in some LED strips, so it's connected to a power bank and it lights up. I don't know if you'll be able to really see it because the lighting is too bright, but I'll insert some pictures or videos so you can see what it looks like when I'm wearing the whole cosplay. The LED strips came with a little remote, so you can actually change the color. Again, I'm gonna have to show you some pictures. I don't think you can really see it in this lighting, but yeah. So this is what it looks like. It's made out of plastic, like I said, and I don't know about other countries, but I live in Germany, and for me it was a little hard to find the right material. Most of the stuff I found online was too flimsy, and I also didn't want to spend like hundreds of euros for a plate of plastic. So what I ended up doing is I got some cheap picture frames from IKEA, just something like this. And they come with the plastic inlay, and so that's what I used. That's what the mask is basically made of, cheap picture frames. When you're making this, I would suggest trying to make it out of paper first, so you can kind of get a feeling for the measurements. I will put down my measurements in the description box so you get kind of like an idea. But I would always suggest try to make it out of paper first and see how it fits on your face. When I first made this mask, I made it longer, and then the snoot kept bumping into my chest, and I could not have worn it like this. And I'm glad I made it out of paper first before I wasted my my more expensive material. Yeah, so try making it out of paper. When you're making it, you don't need that many parts actually. You need one big front part, triangular front part. Then you have smaller side parts on each side. And for the eyes, you need 3 parts, and then 1 part for the top. As you can see, I cut out a little bit from the top part to attach my headband to it. Can you see it? Oh, I hope you can see it. The headband is from a face shield that I got off of Amazon, and they used to hold the face shield, and yeah, so I used this. You could also use string or rubber bands or something. I use this face shield holder because it's adjustable, so if somebody else wants to wear your mask, you can also you can adjust the size. As I said, I put down some LED lights. I got them off of Amazon too. Those lights. And they came with this little remote, so you can change the color. And when I also I did spray paint them black. I don't know if that's a good thing to do, but I didn't like what they looked like before I spray painted them. And just make sure you don't spray paint the actual little LEDs. I put them down like this. Starts at one eye, goes up here, down the front part, and ends at the other eye. And then this is where it plugs into the cable. It comes with a little USB port, and then you can just put it onto or into a power bank. And the power bank you can just put in your back pocket, and if you just keep the band under your hoodie, you won't be able to see that much of the cable. Yeah, so this is basically how I made the mask. And then for the painting, I just used spray paints. This is black. This is actually primer, but I had it laying around, so I used it. And then for the blue part, I used this marker. This is not water resistant, so that's how I made this kind of like fading effect. I just put on some of the marker, made it a little wet, and then I could blend it out. So it's kind of like not a harsh contrast. For the ears, mine are made out of paper. I couldn't be bothered to make them out of plastic, so I just used paper. And then I put on some little reflector stripes. And since I didn't want to cut holes into my hoodie, I decided to go for super strong magnets. And I just put down 2 onto the headband and then 2 onto the ears. And I can wear my hoodie and just stack the ears on. And make sure you get super strong magnets. Normal magnets will not hold through a sweatshirt. Super strong magnets will. The shirt, I had help from a friend who was nice enough to trace his logo from the game, and I made a stencil and I used acrylic paint, put down the stencil, used a little sponge and just dabbed on the paint. I don't know if this will survive going into the washing machine. I haven't tried it. When I wash it, I just hand wash it. You could also use textile paint, but I had acrylic paint laying around and I didn't want to buy textile paint just for this. Yeah, it's not that hard. Just make sure you put down the stencil nicely and carefully dab through so you don't mess up the edges. And this is basically it. This is all you have to do. I don't know if anybody will actually make this. I know the game is from like 2014. But I thought maybe after Legion now came out, where you can also get Default's mask, which I think is super cool, somebody might want to try this. I don't know. If you have questions, let me know. DMs are always open. And yeah, just have fun. And I see you around.